Gardening often starts with neat, orderly rows of a single crop, potatoes here, lettuces there, carrots in a line. It's a familiar sight in gardens everywhere, and at first glance it seems like the most efficient way to grow food. The symmetry is satisfying and it makes planting and harvesting feel straightforward. But this monoculture approach, while tidy, quickly drains the soil of specific nutrients. Each plant takes what it needs, leaving the earth tired and less fertile with every season. Over time, the soil struggles to recover, and your plants start to show it. Pests and diseases thrive in these single-crop patches. With no natural barriers, they move easily from plant to plant, causing widespread damage. It's like setting out a buffet for every hungry insect and fungus in the neighborhood. The result? More time spent fighting off invaders, more chemicals sprayed, and more frustration as you try to keep your crops alive. The garden becomes a battleground, and you're always on the defensive. Each plant is forced to compete for sunlight, water, and nutrients, making you work harder just to keep them healthy. The competition is fierce, and weaker plants often lose out, leaving gaps in your harvest. Bare soil between rows dries out quickly under the sun, and weeds rush in to fill the empty spaces. Suddenly, you're spending hours pulling weeds and watering parched earth just to keep things going. The system demands a lot, your time, energy, and resources, but often gives little in return. Yields can be disappointing, and the effort rarely feels worth it. Gardening becomes a chore, not a joy. The excitement of planting fades, replaced by exhaustion and discouragement. But what if there's a better way? One that works with nature, not against it. Imagine a garden that's not just productive, but also resilient and beautiful. Picture a garden where plants support each other, pests are kept in check naturally, and the soil grows richer and more alive each year. This is a place where diversity brings balance and abundance. This isn't a new idea, but an ancient method that stood the test of time. Generations before us understood the power of working with nature's patterns. Let's discover how the wisdom of the past can transform your garden, bringing back the joy, the abundance, and the connection to the land that gardening is meant to offer. The answer is the Three Sisters, a time-honored system developed by Native American peoples, passed down through generations as a testament to their deep understanding of the land. This ingenious method is more than just a planting technique. It's a story of harmony, resilience, and respect for nature. The Three Sisters are corn, beans, and squash, planted together to form a thriving, self-sustaining community. Each plant supports the others, creating a living tapestry that's greater than the sum of its parts. Corn stands tall, providing a living trellis for the beans. Its sturdy stalks reach for the sky, offering essential support and structure. Beans climb the corn, fixing nitrogen in the soil to feed their sisters. As they spiral upward, they enrich the earth, making it more fertile for all. Squash sprawls at the base, shading the soil, conserving moisture, and suppressing weeds. Its broad leaves act as a living mulch, keeping the ground cool and protected. Each plant plays a unique role. Corn is the backbone, beans are the nurturers, and squash is the protector. Together, they form a balanced partnership that benefits all. The beans' roots enrich the soil, the corn gives structure, and the squash shields the ground. This natural teamwork means healthier plants and richer harvests. This partnership means less work for you, no need for trellises, less watering, and fewer weeds. The plants do much of the hard work, freeing up your time and energy. The system naturally deters pests and creates a balanced ecosystem. Pollinators are drawn in, and harmful insects are kept at bay, reducing the need for chemicals. It's a living example of cooperation over competition, where every plant has a purpose and every role is valued. The Three Sisters method is elegant, efficient, and incredibly productive. It's a celebration of biodiversity and a model for sustainable gardening. By planting them together, you harness nature's own blueprint for abundance, ensuring a healthy, thriving garden with minimal intervention. Let's see how to bring this partnership to life in your garden and experience firsthand the wisdom of the Three Sisters. Start by choosing a sunny spot. At least 6 hours of direct sunlight is ideal. Clear away weeds and enrich the soil with compost or well-rotted manure. Mix the organic matter into the top foot of soil for a nutrient-rich base. Shape the soil into a flat-topped mound, about 3 to 4 feet wide and 8 to 12 inches high. The flat top prevents seeds and water from running off. Raised mounds warm quickly in spring and drain well, giving your plants a strong start. Space multiple mounds about 4 feet apart to allow squash vines room to spread. This setup creates the perfect environment for the three sisters to thrive. Proper preparation now means healthier plants and a bigger harvest later. With your mounds ready, it's time to plant the sisters. Timing is everything. Plant the sisters in sequence for best results. First, plant 4 to 6 corn seeds in a circle on each mound after the last frost, then to the strongest 3 or 4 seedlings. When the corn is about a foot tall, plant 6 to 8 pole bean seeds in a circle around the corn, guiding them to climb the stalks. About a week later, plant 3 to 4 vining squash seeds around the outer edge of the mound. This staggered approach lets each plant establish itself and play its role. Corn grows tall and strong, beans climb and enrich the soil, and squash spreads to protect and shade. Choose vining winter squash for the best results. Each sister supports the others, creating a resilient, productive mini ecosystem. With careful planting, your garden will soon be a thriving community. Once established, the Three Sisters garden rewards you with less work and more abundance. The dense foliage shades the soil, suppressing weeds and conserving moisture. You'll spend less time weeding and watering, and more time enjoying your garden. The mix of plants confuses pests and deters larger animals, reducing the need for chemicals. Air circulation from the corn and ground cover from the squash help prevent disease. This natural system boosts yields. 3 crops from one patch, each supporting the others. The result is a healthier, more productive garden with minimal intervention. You're not just growing food, you're building a balanced ecosystem. The Three Sisters method proves that working with nature leads to the best harvests. It's a simple, sustainable way to garden, and the results speak for themselves. The Three Sisters don't just grow well together, they nourish you completely. Corn provides energy-rich carbohydrates, forming the meal's foundation. Beans supply protein and essential amino acids missing from corn, creating a complete protein when eaten together. Squash adds vitamins A and C, minerals, and healthy fats from its seeds. This trio delivers a balanced, wholesome diet straight from your garden. A meal of cornbread, bean stew, and roasted squash is both delicious and nutritionally perfect. Growing and eating the Three Sisters connects you to a tradition of health and sustainability. The garden itself teaches you how to eat well, simply, naturally, and in harmony with the land. In a world obsessed with new solutions and the latest gardening trends, the Three Sisters remind us that ancient wisdom still holds incredible power. These time-tested methods, passed down through generations, offer more than just a way to grow food. They provide a blueprint for harmony with nature. This method is perfect for modern gardeners, especially those with limited space or time. Whether you have a sprawling backyard or just a small balcony, the Three Sisters can fit into your life, making gardening accessible to everyone, no matter where you live. Start with a single mound and watch as corn, beans, and squash work together in a beautiful partnership. The corn provides a natural trellis for the beans enrich the soil with nitrogen, and the squash shades the ground, keeping weeds at bay and moisture in the soil. You'll learn more about nature's balance from this small patch than from any book. Observing these plants interact teaches patience, curiosity, and respect for the interconnectedness of all living things. The Three Sisters system reduces your need for fertilizers, pesticides, and constant watering. By mimicking natural ecosystems, your garden becomes healthier and more resilient, thriving with less intervention and fewer chemicals. It's a step towards self-sufficiency and a more sustainable lifestyle. Harvesting your own food brings a sense of accomplishment and connection to the earth that store-bought produce simply can't match. By planting these crops, you're not just growing food, you're preserving a living tradition. You're honoring the knowledge and practices of those who came before, and passing them on to future generations. Embrace the lessons of the past and let your garden become a model of resilience. Each season, you'll see your efforts rewarded with healthy plants and abundant harvests. The knowledge of those who came before us is meant to be lived and shared. When you share seeds, stories, and harvests, you help keep these traditions alive in your community. With each mound, you connect to history and create a garden full of life. Happy gardening, and may your Three Sisters patch inspire others to rediscover the wisdom of the past.